Good percentage, I feel, of my work being a YouTuber doesn't feel like work.
Hey guys, this is Mighty's Adventure. I'm here with a big time cebu YouTuber. So I've
Big
heard.
time, baby. No,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that. Not
well,
a cebu YouTuber. I guess you could say Philippines.
Philippines.
It's not definitely not just Cebu. I'm all over the place. It's
Well,
gonna go beyond the borders of Philippines soon.
I tell you what, let's get a good introduction. So I've heard you have a YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about yourself
Sure.
and your channel.
Chad is my name. Chad Foster Explores is my channel. I came here a year and a half ago, and I do have a background in video, and I always wanted to start a YouTube channel. I mean, for like years, and I never did it. And like a lot of YouTubers that are doing it now, or those that still haven't pulled the trigger, it's one of those things you think about, and what's the topic going to be? And so like my bachelor is in digital media production, and I did video for 10 years. Then I went back to school, got into therapy, occupational therapy, and then this whole trip came about to come over here, and it just hit me like 2 weeks before I came, believe it or not. I'm like, maybe now's the time. Like, this is going to be an opportunity to get some content and start a channel. So I got a few things together as far as editing laptop, and I already had the iPhone, and I bought a GoPro. Kept it real simple.
Would you say that YouTube is what made your move here? Is what
You
made you
mean
want to move
financially?
here?
Oh, no, that was definitely way down the list at first. It was sort of like the motivation was I was burnt out of work, working as an occupational therapist in nursing homes, rehabilitation departments of a nursing home. Did it for so long, and I need to step away, and I need to find something I'm more passionate about. So you know what? I'm kind of correcting myself. That was part of it. I was searching for something more enjoyable to earn a living. I was also searching for an opportunity to meet someone, like a partner that I felt was a better match for me. So that was motivation for coming here. And the cost of living was like the biggest because I thought if I had a couple of rental properties that I had worked on building up for a long time, and I finally got them set. I rented them out. I'm like, it's enough to live on, kind of, if I go somewhere cheap. So come here and figure out what is going to be that job that will be more enjoyable for me. I'll figure it out in the Philippines because I can afford. I could, when you're working full time, you don't have time really to start a business, and I needed to take a breath and have time. So, yeah, and then YouTube happened right away. Started making videos and kind of got lucky early on with a couple of videos that got popular, and I'm like, shit, maybe this could be it. I was thinking of a lot of different things, and the YouTube thing just turned into something.
Cool thing with YouTube is you freedom of schedule. You're free from that 9 to 5 or
Dude, yeah,
just having to
yeah,
wake up, dread the drive to work, and
that's
then
that's
looking at
huge.
the time. Hey, when do I get to go home?
Yeah,
So yes,
yeah,
that is definitely a break from that.
yeah.
Um, as a full time YouTuber, what would you say is the best balance in work and life?
It's almost like built in because a lot of the times the work doesn't feel like work. The editing is work for me. Like you have to sit there and get it done, and I don't enjoy just sitting in front of a computer, but that's part of it. If you're going to get into this, be aware. But when you're out shooting or maybe doing interviews, or if you're doing a travel related thing, it's kind of fun. So I feel that's built in as far as the balance. Um, and Yeah, other than that, you just have to be disciplined, If you're feeling burnt out of editing and making videos, there's no boss. So you can kind of do what you want, but then you see your views start going down and you're like, shit, I need to get videos out there.
So you
So
would say that you're living your day to day life, but you're just being able to film it and share it. So it's actually not a work to life ratio. It's enjoying
that's
life.
a part of it. A good percentage, I feel, of my work being a YouTuber doesn't feel like work. So with that said, it's the life balance is built into it because I actually enjoy it. As opposed to my last job, I dreaded it. Like I was like, oh crap, I gotta go, And then you're there and it's work, work, work until you finish, and then you have time to go try to find the balance. Where I do that still when I finish a video and I want to take a few days off, but a lot of the time creating the content, it's like I would kind of do this anyways.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of fun. Some of it is, yeah. I mean, a lot of it is fun for
It
me.
it can be a little stressful trying to get the perfect angle. The sun's in the camera, but
Yeah, I
you know,
don't, that part I don't mind at all. The shooting
no.
I don't mind. I like if I'm doing an interview style video, I like that because you're meeting people, you're getting to know someone, telling a story. And I don't hate the editing, but I would say that's the only thing that's a little bit tedious and not my favorite. Yeah.
It can definitely get annoying, especially when you have corrupted files.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap like that for sure. Managing all your huge files and your hard drives filling up and
I
that's
run
it.
into an issue where I met with a local. I'll never see them again. As big as this city is, I'll never see them again. But the audio was corrupted and you couldn't hear anything. And
Nightmare.
so it was a good video, good topic too. Um, well, oh, let's see. What are your thoughts on moving to the Philippines? Like, do you have any regrets?
No, oh my God, no regrets at all. There's part of me that I'm still open to different areas. I overall, there's pros and cons to everything. Philippines is not for everybody. There's days where you get annoyed by certain aspects of the Philippines. We can talk about that if you want, but the pros far outweigh the cons. But part of me wants to go and just see what it would be like. Not part of me, like I'm 100% going to see what it's going to be like in different areas. Vietnam is just the top of my list right now from a lot of people I've talked to. I love Vietnamese food and the bit of research I've done. So there's drawbacks. What's easy about the Philippines and why a lot of guys come here, you can stay here longer. You can just keep renewing your visa for up to 3 years. You can't do that in Thailand. You can't do that in Vietnam. The English speaking is part of it. But I need to go there and just sort of see what it would be like.
I know quite a few people that they bounce,
Yeah,
from the Philippines to Thailand to Vietnam
sure.
to even Hong Kong.
Yeah,
They kind of go everywhere.
yeah. That's
Um,
what's cool about being over here. It's like those are not big flights.
no,
It's not going to cost you too much, and it doesn't take long to zip over to Bangkok and travel around
once you
Thailand.
get here, like let's say if you centralize to the Asias, I mean, 2 hour, 3 hour flight, it's nothing.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah.
Um, okay, well let's talk about viewers and subscribers. Do you have any advice for the viewers that would like to move to the Asias, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam?
Move? Like
Yes,
move?
like me and you, just full
Living
on move
here.
here.
Well, you and I did it differently, kind of. Like I was thinking about it for years, and part of my planning, well, my planning was years in the making. I wanted to come here. So my recommendation is have your financial ducks in a row. I was working like I invested in some real estate, fixed up a house. I have a video about it actually. Fixed a house up. The market helped me. It was going up. Refinanced it. Built another one on my property. So then I have two rentals, and the rental market went up. Timing was great. So, but then I had the income, and so for me, I came here with a good, a good plan as far as like knowing that I had enough and savings on top of that where I can come out here, try it out. So if you're thinking about coming out here, don't just wing it and hope, like you're going to start a business when you get here and you're hanging on to a little bit of savings. Make sure you have, you know, that covered for sure. A good chunk of savings if you're willing to burn through it, but do the math and see how long it'll last you. And if you really want to go about it that way, better off to have a little income.
It's
Not
definitely
a little, like enough to
it's
cover it.
definitely cheaper here, but you can easily
Oh
blow
yeah,
through money.
100%. Yeah, I
Uh,
would say 1500 is a good sort of balance US
yeah, a
to
month.
a month to have a decent lifestyle.
Um, would you say that YouTube is quite successful and it could be a good stable income for someone who's not able to find a job?
Yes and no. It depends. I wouldn't count on that as being something that's going to turn into like sustainable income right away. Some people get lucky. I got lucky in a way in that I monetized pretty quick and I had like this good month and I'm like, oh, this is easy. And then reality set in and everything dropped and was making not even close to enough to be sustainable for here. I mean, I had the rental income, so that was always covering, the YouTube was sort of giving me like the extra, right? So I would say, yes and no. It depends on your belief in yourself, your ability, you're willing to commit to it. And getting feedback from others, giving you the hard truth, like if it's good or not, because some people, you just don't know if it's going to be kind of content or the story of you and everything. Like you guys have an amazing story. So I think for you with your YouTube channel, it's going to inspire a lot of guys. I think it'll be very successful, you know. But I don't know if I answered it. I would say it's possible, but
Don't
it's
count on it.
yeah, no, for sure. Have that as like one of your side things that you're working towards.
Just do
But
it for fun. Don't do it for money.
yeah, but it can turn into good money.
Yes.
Once you get it rolling, and if you find success, it can turn into so many revenue streams, not just the ad revenue, but things that when you branch out into other things, we can talk about that. But there's a lot of opportunities for sure.
Um, see, have you, let's just say, do you go live very often?
No,
No?
man, I'm going to. I can't believe I haven't yet. It's just not been one of the things that I've done yet. But
Well, if you do, as like when you post your videos, has there been any kind of like backlash or comments that has gotten to you and kind of made you regret coming here or feel bad?
not about regretting coming here, really, but like I don't do live, but I get comments on videos, and I've had a lot of negative comments for sure. I'd say it takes time to get used to it, and I'm at a point now where, for the most part, I just kind of roll with it, and I just don't think much about the negative comments. If it's really bad, you're in control of that. If someone's just on there to troll you for no reason, you can take people off,
Hide them, time them
hide it or
out.
whatever. Yeah, I've done that a few times, but I'm not gonna lie, like it affects you. It does. Every time you post a video, you're kind of like, "Ah, I hope, you don't know what the reactions are going to be. So
You
just,
hope the views are high and the negativity is low.
it's it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's going to
Um,
affect you to some degree. Everyone's different.
well, I know this is typically for your female streamers, but us males get it too. Have you received any unwanted attention? Some creepy people, some
Yeah,
stalkers?
on my channel.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Weird comments.
I,
Yeah,
I know someone has decided to steal your Facebook.
yeah, that's right. Someone started Chad Foster Explores Facebook and posted all my videos on it, and yeah,
So you've
yeah.
got a
That's
really
that
big
happens.
fan.
I guess I don't know.
They want to be
I think it's
you.
a bot. I think it's just AI. They probably do it with a whole bunch of YouTube channels.
Um, has anybody ever showed up to you, while filming and was like, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that happens. There's this community of YouTubers, and I think I'm now in that community of not all, but for maybe a lot of Americans, Canadian, probably different Western countries. And so it happens. If I'm in an area like here, like Ayala, and I walk around, it's not uncommon, yeah, for someone to just say, "Hey, what's up? I think I know you from your channel." And it's
Okay,
just normal, everyday, cool people. I've
makes you
actually
feel
made
good.
friends. Yeah, like not in a I'm not doing this for like celebrity stuff or whatever. It's kind of weird in a way,
Yeah.
but now it's happened like a lot of times. So it's kind of like, I don't know. You expect it to happen again at some point. And for me, it's just a cool opportunity to have a conversation with someone that's just like me. That's
Yeah.
just kind of like what I was doing, watching videos, and I've met a bunch of YouTubers that I was watching, and it's cool. It's like, hey man, I've been following your channel for a while. Nice to finally meet you.
Well, let me ask you this: Have has any one of like your interactions with a fan turned into an interview where you got the chance to interview them and ask them questions?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's happened a few times. It's happened yeah.
And it's probably you probably made their day doing that too.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. I remember a guy. Yeah, I met these two guys. I was at the Henry. It's a place in Dumaguete, and I was going in there to do a shoot. And the girl, my friend Fretchy, who's on my channel, she was waiting, and I was about to go over there to do the interview. And these two guys came out of this coffee shop, and I guess they saw me through the window, and they both came at me and like high five, and they're like, "Oh my God, we watch your videos." It was kind of like it was funny, right? It was over the top. They were excited, and that's weird because I'm like, I'm just some random dude.
Yeah.
Like I make videos, but they were so cool and so friendly, and I sat with them and chatted for a while, and I forgot about Fretchy. I'm like, shit, I got to go do my interview, and so I've stayed in touch with them, and one of them I did an interview with him like the next day, and he's a cool guy, and he had a lot to share, and yeah, these things happen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be able to do that myself.
Yeah, man, it won't be long.
Have you thought about running two channels? Possibly, maybe like a video editing. I know you said you had a bachelor's in video editing. Have you thought
Yes.
about doing tutorials in that?
No, actually, I haven't. That's a genre that's pretty saturated with really good editors. That's their focus. I don't think that particular topic would be something, but I have thought about it. But it wouldn't be too far off from what I'm doing. It's a work in progress. We'll see. I
Okay.
keep teetering between just putting it all in one channel, and branching off. The whole thing is a work in progress. Yeah, and it depends who I talk to. They recommend different things. Keeping it on one versus running two. I heard running multiple channels can be a real headache. So I don't
It
know.
it depending on like one's travel related and then one is DIY. You're not be able to do both. Um, I'm actually looking into doing
Oh,
video
okay.
games.
Oh, cool.
I've had about 14,000 subscribers at
Oh,
one point
nice.
on Twitch,
Right on.
well
Yeah.
followers. So I thought about doing that at nighttime while she's doing live.
Yeah. If you're ready to hustle, anything you can do anything. I mean, I watch YouTubers that have multiple channels and they're putting out elaborate videos every day and they're hustling, they're grinding to get it done. Yeah.
Um, if got just a few more questions for you. I know it's getting hot and late. If given the chance to restart here, would you do anything differently?
Well, I
Location?
never have that mindset of regret because you have to do things wrong to learn, So, but if I was to then advise someone else to help someone, um, what would I do differently? No, man, it's been a good journey. Depends. Like, give me a specific topic within the Philippines.
Um, like
Peop-
public transportation, and
Uh,
going into a certain place and it's like, oh yeah, this ain't the place for me. Places to avoid.
okay. Places to avoid. I haven't had any issues with safety in the Philippines. I could say, thankfully, nothing happened, but I did do a stint on my own scooter riding around parts of Mindanao. And depending on who you talk to, they will say, "What were you thinking?" And someone might say, "There's advisory not to go there." I didn't go to any of the really sketchier places in Mindanao, but I was just chatting with someone yesterday that said one of the areas that I went to, there's an advisory for foreigners to not go to. And but I look back, I'm like, everyone's cool, everyone's friendly. So I haven't had any major things to really speak on.
I've been advised to stay away from the far south Philippines. I've heard that's pretty rough.
Yeah, so that's Mindanao. And then I was in the northern coast of Mindanao, and everyone will tell you once you go south from those northern coast towns, which is usually like in the mountains and in those areas, yeah, you can get yourself into potential trouble. And I didn't do that. I didn't go into those. There's areas that are high risk for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was offered by a TSA agent
Oh, really?
in uh, Manila. They do. Him and his wife are part of the first responders, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
planning on going to the volcano that's erupting in the cities that
Oh,
are affected. And so
okay.
he said the government will pay for your flight there if you do aid. Because I'm
Oh,
actually certified, and
oh, interesting. That's
so
cool.
I'm able to do that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think there's opportunities if you want to go to places that you would don't feel comfortable to. I mean, you could do volunteer things into these out of the way areas and get to experience some probably unique things and places. Or you could get like, labor is cheap here. A lot of things are inexpensive here, so you could hire someone to do things with, like a local that you can go into these areas with and be like a guide,
Yeah,
essentially, a
protector.
private guide, protector that knows the language. A lot of people can afford that, and it's not a bad way to travel into some really probably cool remote areas. Yeah,
I've got my guide has been able to help me, Mary Ann. I call her my guide because she knows
yeah,
she
you do
can
have a good
she can
guide.
understand. Hey, we need to leave.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, man, it was a pleasure being able to talk to you.
Likewise, man. Good chat
Um,
with you.
I'll have to put a link on your channel so everybody will subscribe to you.
Appreciate it. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll
But
check him
tune
out.
into his channel. More content, lots coming, right?
Yes.
Because you're just getting rolling. I think it's going to be an awesome channel. Yeah. Excited for you.
It's just now growing. The views are up there, and I'm very thankful for my viewers. They watch 100% of the video instead of 3 seconds or 5 seconds.
Wow.
They tune in for it, and it makes my
That's
day.
huge. Yeah, retention. That's
Yes.
really good. Good
But
for you, man.
It was a pleasure
gonna be a
meeting you,
good
Miss
one.
Chad.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man.
Likewise. My pleasure.